What's up, guys? Welcome to our very first ever episode of Inside VRLU. If we haven't met yet, my name is James Shu.
I am Jacob Tiranno, also known as Chasing, Director of Programming for VRLU.
And we are so excited to be able to share with you all the updates that has happened since our launch and now where we are today in Color Studios. Isn't this beautiful?
It is absolutely stunning, and it's actually quite rewarding because today, while we are filming some behind and beyond the experiences, it is also going to be the last shoot at this In Color Studio. So it kind of feels like a historic moment for everyone today.
Yes, and we'll talk about this studio when we get to the master site. So I have my iPad. I didn't want to miss anything because we have so much.
We've covered a lot, yes.
Information and so many things that have happened since we started VRLU here in North America that, without even further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about was our master lineup, our core group that launched VRLU North America. So the first guy I want to start with is no better person than the owner of this studio, In Color Studios. We have Mr. Ed Gregory.
Yeah, Mr. Ed Gregory taught a course on photography called Photos in Color. And if you don't know about Mr. Ed Gregory, not only is he the owner of the second biggest studio in Las Vegas, he's also done filmmaking jobs for Amazon Prime. He's shot music videos for the Goo Goo Dolls. He's also been a Blue Man. I mean, he has one of the most interesting stories that I think any of our masters have. And he offers a world of content when it comes to editing, ambient lights, and everything a photographer needs in order to increase their talent. It is a wonderful course.
Hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube, so it's really an honor that we have him exclusively here on
VRLU,
which is awesome. Next up, I want to talk about Vanessa Cosplay, Miss Fruitcake.
Yes, cosplay community with fruitcake, XX fruitcake XX. So, you know, for a lot of us people, you know, we haven't really got to dive in head first as cosplays. Cosplay really is kind of reaching its peak. She throws you in head first on how to design an outfit, how to jump into the community, and she also is a very, very popular and sponsored streamer. So she actually talks about that realm too, which is really interesting. Two different crafts, all in one experience.
Really cool too, because on my Facebook, a lot of people, when we first played her teaser trailer and we put it live on YouTube, I right away had people say, oh my gosh, I didn't know one of the masters was Fruitcake, and I didn't even know those people knew who Fruitcake was.
Yeah, from her Twitch audience and from her cosplay fanatics, I mean, she has such a big fan base, and to see them finally move over to VRLU has been really, really awesome.
As we move forward, let's talk a little bit about Miss Christine. Miss Gunda Chris.
Miss Gunda Chris, level up with a Nintendo ambassador. Most people don't even know what a Nintendo ambassador is, neither did we, but when we learned, we knew that Christine would be an amazing addition to the VRLU catalog because she really, really cares about the art. Not only that, she's also an anti-bullying advocate, really has a passion for charity and helping others. She's raised tons of money for St. Jude and other charities, and seeing how she does that with her creation, the custom amiibo, is mind-blowing.
And I think when you hear her story about how this is as everyone is in real life, they're just regular people, they have a passion, and the way that she was able to get herself in with Nintendo is quite an interesting story, and you hear that exactly in her
exclusive experience
on VRLU. Let's talk a little bit about the big man, Mr. John Becerra.
John Becerra, No Bull Functional Fitness. John Becerra has to be one of my favorite VRLU masters because he takes all the nonsense out of the world of fitness. This guy is the trainer of the stars. He's been used by different studios in Hollywood to train the elite. I mean, really, really talented cat. Also a Quilly winner, a best-selling author. Yep. And he breaks down all the nonsense trends and hot takes on what is fitness today. He talks about keto. He talks about what you should do if you're fitness over 40. You know, something we don't see advertised enough is for fitness for those people over that age range, and he tackles it all in No Bull Functional Fitness with John Becerra.
Love it. As we move forward, let's talk about the beautiful Miss Riley Kinworthy.
Riley Kinworthy. On the opposite side of fitness, we have Miss Riley Kinworthy, who teaches functional fitness. She breaks down those basic movement body patterns. There are specific things that we do in everyday life that we've probably been doing wrong. That's why we have back issues, leg issues, knees issues. She teaches you how to push, pull, rotate, lunge, squat, all of that great stuff, and much more. Then she also does a strength workout and Tabata workout. She gets you fully prepared to take your HIIT training to a whole new level.
And does it without even losing her breath.
Yeah, or sweat.
Even more impressive. As we move forward, we have one of the big mans here in Las Vegas, Mr. John Wood.
Yes, John Wood, trainer for Joanne Calderwood and Roxanne Modafferi in the UFC. Big Wood, as he is known, is the owner of Syndicate MMA, and he takes you into a Syndicate MMA training course where you're going to do sparring, clinching. You're going to work with UFC star Roxanne Modafferi, and you're going to work with Joanne Calderwood on their kicks, their elbows, and much, much more, all exclusively at his gym.
And they're both top 10 in UFC
flyweight division,
for the
absolutely.
Which is it's just awesome to be able to get this type of talent already on VRLU, which is exciting. We have Mr. Evan Song.
Evan Song, the tennis professional ATP pro, top 350 tennis players in the world, is going to break down the most basic techniques from backhand, forehand, serve, volley, and much more in his private training compound where no one else is supposed to go, unless you're a big talent like Andre Agassi or the many other pros that he's trained with.
Yeah, and they actually do that on a regular basis, which is really, really cool. We still got to see when we can sneak in a little VRLU camera up in there and get
Don't worry, we are working on
that. Don't worry about that. Okay, we have the sake king of not just Las Vegas, but literally of America, Mr. Aaron Dice.
Yes, Aaron Dice teaches you on the beautiful Las Vegas Strip. Before COVID, before all this crazy, with the beautiful Las Vegas Strip in your background, he is going to break down the essential knowledge when it comes to the classic Asian beverage of sake. Learn about temperature, learn about tasting, learn about profiles when you're tasting, how to gauge whether something sake should be hot, chilled, or whatnot, what kind of food pairings would be good, and much, much more.
I love it. And then actually who just finished her Behind the Experience, which we'll talk about, or her Beyond the Experience, which we'll talk about in a minute. We just actually had in the room Miss Taylor Crosta.
The fundamentals of dance. Taylor Crosta was a Cirque du Soleil performer and also worked with pop star Charlie XCX, doing amazing, amazing things. And she is going to break down the fundamentals of dance. She touches on improv, which is a big passion of her, and really kind of understanding improv dance is something that I never thought I'd know I wanted. Now I know, and I'm glad about it.
I remember when she was actually doing it at the other studio we're at. As soon as it was literally a minute, and me and you both looked at each other and said, "What is going on with the 3D in the 360 atmosphere?" You guys are absolutely gonna love it.
Yeah, there were quite a few times when we just let the camera keep rolling because our jaws were on the floor.
So now, something that was so exciting is the concept of VRLU came to life. We were able to attract the likes of the Super Bowl.
Yes, Super Bowl 54. Again, pre-COVID, we found ourselves in Miami, Florida for Super Bowl 54, one of the biggest, if not the biggest event, probably the biggest gathering of people since, of course,
definitely since COVID started.
Since COVID, absolutely. We were there. We teamed up with True Fusion, a fitness organization that is really kind of breaking grounds with owners like Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. They reached out to us in order to actually create a VR True Fusion experience, which we did, and also a virtual tour of their flagship studio in California. Yep. And when we filmed that, they loved it. They absolutely thought it was so beautiful. They wanted it shared with the world. So they sent us to Miami to show the people, the NFL fans ready for Super Bowl 54, what we had to offer. And people lined up for hours, and it was incredible.
Yeah, running into the likes of Guy Fieri.
Yes.
NSYNC,
yes.
Joy Fatone.
Joy Fatone
of NSYNC.
Yes, all very nice people we ran into. And meeting so many people who were so excited of what product we were doing, putting the headsets on these people, they were just so blown away. And it's amazing when you can see someone blown away and you can't even see their eyes.
And a lot of people, they are familiar or at least heard of virtual reality, but they just never experienced it. And being at that Super Bowl event, having people try it on, having the excitement like you just said, was something that just gives you an idea of how exciting the future of VRLU is and what we're about to create and give the world and what we've been doing.
And from a 14-year-old to I think our oldest participant was about 79, having that range of ages all put that headset on and just be bewildered and amazed by what they were saying. It was like introducing people into something from the future, and that was such a privilege.
Yep. So now I really want to talk to everyone about Beyond the Experience and why Beyond the Experience is here. So America is huge.
Yes.
Planet Earth is huge.
Very big.
There's like 8 billion people that are alive.
It's a lot.
And there's so many people within their industry that are literally the best of the best. These are the people who are the Yodas, if you will. These are the people that people want to be like, people that want to follow if you know the industry. But because there's just so many industries, you just don't know everybody. So you and I have created a show that I'm super excited to explain to everyone for the very first time officially, called Beyond the Experience.
Yes, and Beyond the Experience is kind of our way to introduce these masters to our audiences. It's so rare that of course you get to hear about their accolades, what they do, and of course what they teach, but there's so much more to that, and I think it's part of connecting with these individuals that really make the time special. I think one of the most rewarding things about my job being director of programming for VRLU is I get to meet these amazing individuals, like really the elite of talent, and really while watching their experience and doing all these things gives you the full, well-rounded ideology of what they do. The intimate interview kind of really brings you up to who they are, what they're about, what their mentality is like. And once you kind of get that connection, watching their experience is just tenfold more rewarding.
Yeah, something I've learned over my years of an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19, so for the past 18 years now, now 18, sorry.
To date yourself.
I'm on recorded. So on the past 18 years of my life is that when you meet successful people, they all really do have the same basic fundamentals, basic routines, basic ideologies on how to become successful.
Absolutely.
And I'm so excited for our audience to be able to hear from these people that are all literally in different industries, do not know each other, but really share a lot of similar information that you can utilize into your own daily life.
And we do that in the Beyond the Experience by asking them about business, about success, about their theories and ideologies, about what they really feel
success?
about life. Because by probing into that, you kind of understand their ideology, where they're at, and where you want to meet them. And I mean, it's a really rewarding experience, I think, for viewers to watch and then to put themselves in the VRLU experience. But also, I think it's rewarding to learn and just to meet these individuals, because what they're saying is really going to help you, even if it's in an unrelated category or genre.
You know, and when we set up, as we move on, when we set up shoots with different masters, the reality is these aren't like 1 or 2 hour shoots that we are traditionally used to doing when we had 2D cameras that we did for other businesses and other clients. Now with VRLU, these are not 1 but 2 day shoots.
Yes.
We're shooting for anywhere between 8 to 12 hours a day.
Per day, yes.
And our camera crew, we have Mr. Kent Wong.
Yes.
We have Mr. Shai.
Yes.
We have us too.
Yes.
Who we are running around with like chickens with their heads cut off.
Yes.
You could say.
Yes.
And we're capturing all this and we're creating behind the experience.
Yeah, what we kind of learned while filming these amazing individuals in virtual reality is that as great as 360 cameras are, it's still not enough. It as much ground as it covers, and the fact that you can be transported into a room with these talented people, it's still not enough because you are missing a whole other story. And that's what we've been doing to prep with these individuals, to work with these individuals, how we as a creative team and them gelled together to kind of come up to create what you end up seeing on your apps. I mean, the masters that we worked with have been so incredible, and it's been such an honor for both me and Mr. Shu to work alongside these individuals to really create something special when you put that headset on. And I could say with every single one of our masters that we did that, and we did something unique for every single one. So when you put a headset on, when you enter a VRLU experience, it's nothing that you've been to before.
Yes,
yeah.
And you've mentioned it, but I do want to just jump on a little bit on the bandwagon on that. Is these aren't things that we're just shooting. We're just like, hey, let's shoot somebody. You know, there's so many different elements and different pieces when you come from our production side. You have Mr. Shai, you have Mr. Kent Wong. We have the programming side, the storyboarding, the scheduling, the location shots, the talent themselves, and putting all this together. We are just so excited for you to be able to just revel within these experiences and be in an immersive experience right next to these amazing people.
We know you're going to value your time with them in the VRLU experiences, and we know, unfortunately, those are going to come to an end when you hit that episode 12, 13, and 14, and we just wanted to extend that time, even if we could, for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because we know how important it is to sit in a room with someone of that caliber and to just take in the knowledge.
So that was the first 10 masters that we went over.
Yes.
But since then, and up to at least the filming of this, we've already put into the can 3 more.
3 more.
And so I'm very excited. We're gonna play a lot of trailers for you guys. We're gonna play some B-roll, but let's talk just a little sizzle. Miss Haley Finley.
Building a digital brand and growing a community with Haley Finley, a true influencer, a true entrepreneur, flew all the way out from New York to Las Vegas. Again, a VRLU experience on the Las Vegas Strip, a more isolated Las Vegas Strip. So if you did want to see what Vegas was like during the shutdown, I mean, it'd be a really cool way to experience it. But beyond that, Haley Finley, a true entrepreneur and master influencer, is going to break down how to build a digital brand, how to use social media, how to use normal tips and tricks to increase your business, your company, building an audience and a fan base that go beyond just people who are buying products, but that become loyal to your brand, and much, much more. And that was one of the most insightful experiences I've seen.
Love it. And then we also just finished filming Mr. Fair But Firm.
Fair But
Mr.
Firm.
Joe Cortez.
Fair but firm with International Hall of Fame boxing referee Joe Cortez. One of the most illustrious, legendary careers I've ever seen in the history of sports for someone who's actually not even in the sport. But if you didn't know, Joe Cortez was a professional boxer beforehand, 6 Golden Glove champions, the only and probably likely last person to knock out 2 fighters at Madison Square Garden. Those stories and reffing Mike Tyson, reffing, these really, being able to train Conor McGregor before his fight against Floyd Mayweather, all these amazing experience Joe Cortez has, he's going to give you in his private boxing compound.
His compound
is
ridiculous.
Unbelievable. No one has access to that, but VRLU got exclusive access, and we shot the whole VRLU experience there. So see all the history, the memorabilia, and hear the greatest boxing story that may have ever been told.
Something that I find actually really humorous is you can go to stores they call themselves memorabilia stores.
Yes.
They have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
His #1 compound is ridiculous, but his man cave, if you will,
Yes.
is even more ridiculous than actual stores that's what they do for work.
And the shocking thing is, as crazy as it is, it doesn't even compare to his story, his legacy, and his career. But our VRLU experience was able to catapult all of that into a VR experience that you've never been able to see before.
And you know what else is exciting?
Yes.
It's talking about Miss Jessica Waugh.
The fundamentals of wine from a true sommelier.
Yes.
Being in one of the most beautiful wine rooms exclusively in the art districts in Las Vegas,
Such a
we
beautiful space.
get the basics of the basic fundamentals of wine. She's going to break down tasting, where regions of these wines come from, how to buy wine when you're at a retail space or a restaurant space, and all the other aspects of wine that you never knew you wanted to know.
One of the hardest things in the world to do is be able to do what she does. And I'm so excited for you guys to be able to learn from the cream of the crop, one of the best. And I just want to throw in one of the hardest food critics of all time, if not the hardest food critic of all time. Someone that you actually really look up to, Mr. Gordon Ramsay.
Absolutely, she was Gordon Ramsay's sommelier for his flagship restaurant here in Las Vegas at Gordon Ramsay Steak. So if you have a standard like Gordon Ramsay, then Jessica Waugh is your girl.
I mean, steak is one of the more expensive restaurants in Las Vegas also.
Absolutely.
And that's his flagship that he's putting his name on the line for.
Absolutely.
And let's just say they can hire anybody. She's
in the world.
Literally anyone in the world is flown into Las Vegas to do what they do. And, you know, we have her on VRLU exclusively. And just yesterday, we finished someone very special, Miss Emelina Adams.
Yeah, Emelina Adams is going to be covering breaking into the entertainment industry, a former beauty pageant champion, a model with Guess and Marciano, two huge,
Currently,
reputable,
right now,
premium brands that we know is
that's
the
literally
definition of luxury.
Yes.
Right? And then she also starred in Netflix's 13 Reasons Why, has many other television roles on MTV, VH1, and all these great appearances. She's going to break down how to do headshots, how to talk to agents, how to get casting directors, how to break in each of these various types of entertainment. Modeling, pageantry, and acting all in one experience. And let me tell you, that is one you cannot miss.
When you see specifically, as of right now, it's titled Video 5K, you're gonna notice that she really utilizes the VR,
yes,
the camera, the 2D camera, and it's such an immersive, interesting filming that was put together.
Let's just say you've never seen a photo shoot quite like this.
Not like this. Okay, last but not least, I wanted to end it with something that is gonna be an ongoing theme with us for every episode we ever do, our master search.
Yes, the VRLU Master Search. So while we talk about these amazing individuals that we've met, while we've talked about the elite, while we've talked about the best of the best, we know, just as Mr. Shu said, 8 million? You said 8 billion? However many number there is, there are a lot of people out there.
A lot of talented people.
And we want to meet them. VRLU Master Search is looking actively for the best of the best, the elite, the masters that we have not discovered just yet. So if you know of anyone, if you think of anyone, if you are that master that wants to go on to VRLU and show the world what you could do, really show the world how to perfect that craft, then you need to contact us.
Yes, you can email me at hsu@vrlu.com
or even comment below
and let us know, and then we'll be able to get your information over to our staff.
Yes.
They're going to review it over, and we're so excited just to meet everybody because we're in June right now as the time of this filming.
Yes.
We're going to be back doing Inside VRLU once a month.
Yes.
But in July, we're going to have another, believe it or not, another list of people we just put into the can that we're going to be so excited to be able to share with you. So
there is no stopping, and VRLU is coming, and we want you to be a part of it. When it comes to history, be on the right side. VRLU is the future. We are already there. Join us.
See you guys there.